Hello and welcome back to BannerPage and a new update. I can't believe it, really. The amount of changes that the mod creator has made is just absolutely glorious. Insane amounts of changes. And as you can see, look at the actual graphical style right here, because what they've done is they basically made it so that the view distance and all manners of things have been changed. So scenes look insanely good, and obviously you can't really tell right now, unfortunately, because it is a little bit dark in the current battle. But hopefully after this, I'll be able to show you a little bit more of what's going on with this update. But basically, what has changed is tournaments are a little bit easier. Because, of course, a lot of people gave feedback saying, hey, you know what, these tournaments are fantastic, but they are a little bit too difficult, perhaps. So the mod creator has scaled those back a little bit, made them just a little bit easier. And maybe we'll attempt to do one of those just so you can see the difference, because obviously in previous videos you've seen me get absolutely wrecked by all of those tournament enemies and things like that. Anyway, I'm actually doing a tracking down bandit quest at the moment, because I thought to myself, oh yeah, probably want to do this. This is going to be really nice. Also, what the mod creator has done is added a cap on the salt mine, because obviously the salt mine, if, let's just say that if you had, I don't know, 500 prisoners in there, that might be a little bit too much, it's a little bit too much to have in there. So I don't know what the cap is. I'm not entirely sure what the cap is, but whatever the case, there is a cap now. And the throwing weapons have been changed a little bit, where the grenades specifically require a throwing skill, so people can't just use these very powerful grenades with no throwing skill. So it's going to be good for me, because I'm actually speccing into power throw, so I'm pretty happy with that. And otherwise, we are also just doing a couple of tasks here for Riverchegg itself. And I also bought a little bit of land in Riverchegg too. I'm basically investing a huge amount in Riverchegg for some reason. I guess it's just because I bought a Weaver in Dye Works here as well. Alright, so before we go in against the Taiga bandits, I've just found them, by the way, we do have a couple of skill points to level up. So it would probably be a good idea for me to continue leveling up strength. That's what I'm going to be attempting to do here, and I'm actually going to level up my power throw skill even more. I should really spec into Weapon Master at some point as well. But for the moment, I don't really need to do that. Another thing that I should mention is that the battle size has actually been changed as well. So basically, you know how in native the default battle size is usually 150. That's the maximum that you can usually have. But now, with the new tweaks, 400 is the maximum, which is actually really cool. I like that a lot. Very nice change. And otherwise, as I've said, there's a tournament overhaul. So, there are weaker opponents, and various other things going on there. But the main thing is, of course, the flora and fauna. So everything has been recalibrated in a way so that it looks a lot more natural, and it looks a lot more immersive, atmospheric, whatever you want to call it. It just looks a lot better. And yeah, I'm still in a battle in the night, which is not exactly what I intended, but I guess it kind of shows you a little bit of what's going on here, because obviously you can see here that the trees and so on and so forth. And I think the main problem with my snow texture that I was having an issue with in previous episodes was due to my grass density. Because usually what I do is I play with a very low grass density to try and reduce possible issues with my recording and so on and so forth. But the point is that with that on maximum, because I have it on 100% right now, it is looking much, much better. I gotta say that. Anyway, let's just take a couple more of these prisoners, and we are basically done. Alright, so we're back in Riverchegg, and there we go. We're getting another 1,000 dinars. These quests are really, really good. To find these guys is kind of hard, but yeah, they're actually really cool. Look at this. I can do another one. Yeah, that's actually really nice. Okay, so I'm going to buy some more land. I'm going to buy 2 acres, actually. 2 acres for 2,500. That's pretty good. This is probably going to give you the best possible sort of display of the new flora and fauna sort of display here. So you're going to see exactly what's going on. You know, the huge amount of grass here. The trees are looking great. Everything has been changed in terms of its positioning as well. And the mod creator has also removed a lot of collision objects as well, so it makes it a lot easier for cavalry to move around and things like that. Because I know that some people actually did say that some of the battlefields are going to be very, very difficult for cavalry to move forward in, because most of the small bushes and things like that actually have collision, and that's the thing that we are very much appreciative of, although I don't really care too much in my current playthrough, because I'm actually using infantry most of the time, or at least I will be using infantry once I start to convert my army into more of a, you know, thematic thing, because at the moment I'm not really doing that. At the moment I'm running around with a bunch of caravan guards, Swadian man-at-arms, and various other things, just because I have those, and you know, I'm not going to replace them if they die, of course. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun when we actually have a bunch of Huskarls running around. And speaking of Huskarls, actually, the recruiter has also been changed. So the recruiter beforehand, you were able to get 5 Huskarls for about 1,000 dinars. And now every single price is tripled in cost, because obviously the recruiter is quite a powerful NPC. And the mod creator was obviously like, okay, we gotta scale that back a little bit to make it a little bit more balanced and things. And I completely understand that, absolutely, because otherwise everyone's just going to be like, okay, I'll just earn a huge amount of money, and then I'll go to the recruiter, and then I'll get a full army of Huskarls or Swadian Knights or whatever, and then I'll just roll over everyone as much as I can. And that's generally what could have happened before in the previous version, but now that's been tweaked. And what I would actually recommend you do if you're actually interested with the various tweaks and things is going through the link in the description. That's the download page, and it also shows a huge changelog of all kinds of different things that have been improved, tweaked, fixed, and so on and so forth. I can't imagine how much work that actually goes into that. I mean, really, there's multitudes of huge amounts of hours. It shows how passionate the mod creator is on BannerPage, and you can tell. I mean, you can tell by playing the mod that they want it to be the best that it can possibly be, and that is fantastic. All right, so I can continue to do jobs. As you can see, I can continue to do this for him. I'm not going to do that. I have six relation with this guy now. I don't think I'm going to do anything else here. I think I'm going to go and I will try and find a tournament so that we can actually see what's going on with that. Nara. Okay, Nara's pretty close by, or at least I hope I can get there in time. Alright, so I'm in a bit of a difficult situation here. Let's just say that. I am going to be attacked by 50 Sea Raiders. But you can see that the new graphical enhancements are really, really good. And I gotta say, it is looking maybe just as good as the next iteration of Man of Blade. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, we are going to try and deal with these guys. Oh yeah, by the way, I have been continuing to do the tasks for the guild master at Rivercheck instead of going over to the tournament, because as I recalled, the tournament at Nara is a Khergit tournament and we are at war against the Khergits. So I am of course not able to participate, and the Veluka tournament that was going on has actually been going on for quite some time. I did check the tournament number of moments before I even started recording, like quite a while before, and I did not find anything from that. I could not find anything from that, so it basically made it so that I was out of time to get to the Veluka one at the very least. But with the money that I've been able to gain from the various pieces of loot that I've gained from all the bandits and stuff, and also 1,000 per time doing these tasks, I have been able to afford 2 sets of Greek grenades. As you can see right here. Boom. And look at that. They do a lot of damage. If you can actually hit with them like properly, they do a lot of damage. And you can see here that I don't think they even do they hurt me? I'm actually unsure about that. But whatever the case, they do a lot of damage. You can see right there. If enemies are clumping up, they are going to be really, really devastating. And they are really good for siege offense, siege defense, whatever you want to call it. So, and, oh yeah, also, I was able to recruit a couple of these guys. these Nafatoon riders. These Nafatoon riders actually were recommended by a couple of people in the comments because they actually come with grenades equipped as well. And I thought to myself, okay, you're gonna get me some of those guys if I can. And I did manage to find them in where was it now? Curor's Tavern, I think. So yeah, but they're obviously going to be in basically any tavern, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just going to tell everyone to charge in now because I might actually die. That would be bad, wouldn't it? That would be pretty bad. Okay, come on now. Let's see if we can do something here. Why is this guy being a bit weird with his attack? Yeah, you saw that? He was kind of delaying. I think he was doing that on purpose because he was like, I'm going to be strategic here. You know, I'm going to wait until he attacks and then I'm going to attack him back. Yeah. The AI is a little bit wily and pretty sneaky. So anyway, that is a victory for us. As you can see, we basically lost not many people. I am still a mercenary, of course, for the Vaegirs, but maybe, just maybe, I will leave being a mercenary alone and I will go and attempt to take something by myself, because I think that Kelradan Castle was just taken by someone, from someone, and it might make sense for me to go over there and see exactly what's going on. Anyway, we already have some Sea Raiders in my prisoner's hold here, and I don't think I'm going to take any of these. I'm not going to take any of these because what I would like to do is I'd like to recruit some more of these mercenary type units. These mercenary units, like these Yoms Vikings, they're really good. The Nafatoon Riders are of course really good. These guys are also pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with how my army is turning out right now. Now, someone actually asked me how I make so much money in this, and well, that's the thing. I know a lot of other people that are making much more money than I am, let's just say that. But the thing is that in general, if you need money, just fight some bandits. That's it. Just fight some bandits. Especially in this mod, they seem to give you a lot of extra money just from the loot. And I mean, you can see here that I can literally sell all of this. Just look at how much money I'm making right now. Look at this. Look at that, 1,800. And then you wonder why I make so much money. Well, it's literally just because of the bandits. I'm fighting one group of bandits, and they give me this much cash. And also, on top of that, I am going to be able to speak to the Guildmaster, who is, again, going to give me another 1,000. And then you've also got to think about the various prisoners that I was able to take. So that is already 2,800, then plus the prisoners, maybe another 250 or so. So that's over 3,000 dinars just from one quest, one fight, and the accompanying prisoners. So pretty cool. Pretty cool way of going about it. And of course, we do have some acres that I can buy, so I'm going to buy some more acres, why not? And otherwise, we can check what's going on here. Ah, there's a ransom broker, so that's even better. So we can now go and see what we want to do there. Ah, yes. So now here's the recruiter. So here are the Nords, and you can't get Berserkers or Ulfadin guys from here anymore. The elite units are no longer available from the recruiter. That was a bit too powerful, I suppose. And otherwise, you still can get Huskarls, but I can only get one with my current money. I would be able to get 5 before. So that has been balanced very, very nicely in my opinion. Otherwise, let's sell all of this. There you go. It's actually going to give us 800 for 7 of these Sea Raiders, which is actually really nice. So happy with that too. Alright, so I've traveled into Khergit territory because I was notified that Talbot Castle was under siege by our marshal, but he is no longer here for some reason. I don't know where he went, but I guess what I'm going to do, it's going to take 66 hours? Are you serious? I'm not going to take Talbot Castle. 66 hours? That's a bit much. Alright, I'm going to go over to Sungetcha Castle. Maybe it will be a little bit easier for us to build our equipment there, because obviously that's a siege tower. Don't really want to do that one. Maybe Sungetcha Castle, is it? Are they all siege towers, or is the siege equipment just taking that long to build? Because if they're all 66 hours, it's never going to work for me. I'm just going to get attacked almost immediately. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. Oh, these guys only have 61. Hello. We might actually be able to do some damage. Oh, hello there. Oh, yes. There's a Leon. He's come back. Very good for him. And I'm going to send off Mattchu now. There we are. No. Okay, apparently Mattchu doesn't want to go off. Yes, Clethy will go off. There we go. Thank you. And hello there. He's actually wanting to fight me. He was wanting to fight me, but not anymore. Ah, now we are declaring war. Oh, there's a lot of people declaring war against all kinds of things. Swadia is declaring war against the Kurdic Khanate and the Rodox. We are declaring war against the Nords. That's not particularly good for me, because I'm using a few Nord units. Otherwise, yeah, a lot of different things going on there. Oh, and the Saranids are also declaring war against the Nords. That's weird. I feel like that's kind of weird. Oh, well, never mind. There you go. So I have 4 acres right now in Rivercheck. That's going to give me a balance of almost 500, which is not too bad. Passive income's all the way to go. That's what we want to do. And this guy is actually building up his army now, which is unfortunate. I wanted to very badly attack him, but I was kind of wanting to analyze his army a little bit further before we actually did that. Could attack a caravan. Could go for Malio Castle. Maybe I'll try and do that. Oh, are you serious? There's a tournament in Rivercheck itself. That is actually hilarious. That is actually hilarious. Okay, so siege equipment apparently is the default for sieges in BannerPage. I gotta say, I'm not entirely sure if I like that, but that's just me, because I'm really not a big fan of the whole siege tower thing. Siege towers for me are, I just don't really like them. I like being able to build something and then quickly go in, but obviously I think the reason for that is because it's going to give much more counterplay to the AI. It's going to make it much easier for the AI to intercept you in attempting to potentially besiege something. As you can see, my die works is giving us almost 600 from Rivercheck, and we're only and we're getting 530 from the salt mine as well. So basically, I'm not losing any money per week right now, which is actually really good. Alright, so we're actually doing a siege, if you can believe it. Yeah, I'm actually doing a siege because I have come with all of our vassals there on a campaign against the Nords. And I thought, hey, you know what? This might be a really good opportunity to show some of the siege combat, to show, wow, is it just me, or are these textures really high quality? Is it just me? I'm not entirely sure, because usually they look pretty muddy and everything, but these textures, I don't know whether they've been changed or not. They look really good. Maybe I'm just misremembering, or maybe they have been improved. And in which case, bravo. Bravo. Very nicely done. Anyway, the garrison in this particular fief is really bad, so it is going to be quite easy for us to potentially achieve any kind of victory here. Or at least I would assume that to be the case. Unfortunately, these guys are actually being quite difficult to eliminate, as is to be the case. Aha, but I have grenades. Oh. And I missed. Did you see that? Yeah, I missed pretty spectacularly and threw a grenade right off the edge there. That was not really very good. Unfortunately, because we are a mercenary, I'm probably not going to be getting anything of note here. So I'm not going to be getting any fief claim or anything like that, because let's face it, I'm not actually the one instigating this particular attack. But it's kind of cool to see it anyway, because I personally feel like it feels to me like the graphics are a lot better. It feels a lot clearer, mostly. That's what I'm talking about here. It feels clearer, it feels crisper, it feels more, I don't know, it just feels generally overall better. Anyway, unfortunately, it seems as though my allies are now they're not putting in any more, yeah, they're not putting in any more units, and we only have 25 on the battlefield right now. So this is actually kind of bad. Oh yeah, take that. There we go. That was a nice hit, if I do say so myself. Very nice indeed. Okay, so, and, now we're receiving reinforcements. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. I'm a bit worried, you see. I'm a bit worried about actually doing anything, because I don't really want to die. That's the point. I don't really want to die here. Throwing axes, give me these. Thank you. And, oh, you're gonna die in a second. Just wait a minute. Oh, it hit his shield. Did you see that? It hit the guy's shield that was just coming up. That was unfortunate. Oh, Nefertun Rider getting the damage done. Very nice. Nice damage there. Unfortunately, now I'm getting murdered by all kinds of things. Okay, so let me see if I can pick up another throwing axe. Do they have any other throwing axes around here? Doesn't look like it. Maybe I can take that guy down here. Oh, we hit him. We hit him. In the face? Didn't I hit him in the face? It looks like I hit him in the face, but apparently he's not dead. I didn't get a headshot, that's for sure. So new enemies are arriving. But I'm pretty sure we will be able to take this particular thief because it is... Well, we do outnumber them by a pretty significant margin, let me just say that. But unfortunately, the Nords, as we know, are actually pretty strong. So that is obviously causing a bit of trouble for us. I'm actually looking for... Oh, there we go. Give me that. Yep, give me that. Hello. Oh, dear. Ah, no, I knew that wasn't going to work. Okay, can I take that? Yes, yes. Give me more throwing axes. Thank you. Okay, so I've got 2 of these things. And this is... Yeah, okay, that really did not make any difference, did it? No, that was absolutely awful. Give me this. Yes. A javelin. Oh, what? I thought that was going to hit him. I thought that was really going to hit him, but apparently not. Okay, so how many units have we actually eliminated here? Only 80... Only 86. That is actually kind of bad, isn't it? That is actually kind of bad, but I guess if I can just get some more throwing axes out, we might be able to do something. Oh, we're throwing in our Nord Huskarls now. Ooh, this is good. Alright, I think we should have a pretty decent victory here. I got a good amount of kills, and by the way, I did actually level up a couple more times, actually twice more in my time just running back and forth. And doing various fights. Obviously, you already saw me level up once thanks to the grenades. The grenades are really, really good for leveling yourself up, especially if you are a thrown weapon person. Ah, yes, of course, I get a headshot against one of my own units. That is just absolutely classic, is it not? Ah, okay. Come on now, let's do it. Oh, nice! Did you see that? That was a nice hit. I'm actually kind of surprised I hit him from there. I was not expecting it, that's for sure. I've only got 106 throwing proficiency, so I wouldn't expect too much from that. But there you go. Nice. 7 renown for us. We did lose 5 of my own units, but that is to be expected. And we did manage to help our team take this castle. Should we say our team, our faction take this castle, which is pretty good. And I was wanting to try out a tournament, but unfortunately all the tournaments that are currently going on are in Nara and Halmar at the moment. There was one in Rivercheck, but I got there too late. So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to participate in that. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching and for the mod creators' work on this new update. It's fantastic. And I will see you next time.